Come here. Whoa, get out from under that trolling motor. Whoa, where are you going? Come here. Oh, he choked it. Welcome back to Lowbrow Fishing. And you know, since we had the little boat out in the last video, I thought it was time to go on another adventure. So the wife and I put the little boat in the back of the truck and we drove about 3 hours north to Lake Mary Crawford. It's an amazing little fishery in Monticello, Mississippi. It's only about 120 acres, but it is beautiful and it has some of the nicest bass fishing in the entire state. Now it already gets a lot of attention with good reason, but fishing in that little plastic boat can be a true challenge. Why? Because there is a lot of American lotus in the water, a lot of lily pads, and there's a lot of gators, some in that 10 to 14 foot size. So in that little boat, we really had to watch what we were doing. And you know, all day I had one rod in my hand, and it was this one right here. Good old popper. I had my Topwater do-it-all rod with the 30-pound braid, 17-pound fluorocarbon leader on a 7-foot medium heavy rod. And I had this in my hand the entire day because the first time we went out there, we were catching beautiful toads on topwater. So you know that's what I was itching to do. And just because we were fishing a shallow flat full of that American lotus, full of lily pads everywhere, that doesn't mean I stopped fishing with that popper. As a matter of fact, it was an amazing trip. We caught some great bass. So let's go ahead, let's head out to the water, let's go ahead and get out to that beautiful lake and you'll see some of those amazing fish that I caught. And we're going to talk about how I used that popper, not just where I threw it, but the way that I was working it. But before we go out there, if you like this shirt, you know where to check it out. In my merch store. You can find the links down below. I've got this and I've got other styles. So pick one up for yourself. It's a great way to support the channel. So let's head out to Lake Mary Crawford and let's have an adventure. Almost like they sprayed here too, isn't it? I'll go all the way back over in that corner, I think. Got him! That's a toad, that's a giant, that's a big fish. That's a big fish, honey. That's a 7-pound bass. That is a big bass. That is a big bass. That is why we came over here. I absolutely am recording.
sloped up. That's why we came over here. I hope I had my, I don't think I got my scale with me. I don't think, this is why we drove here. For toads like that, beautiful giant fish like that. We're gonna call this 5 pounds. It's probably 22 inches. I can fit my whole fist on its mouth. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous bass. All right, thank you, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. You're in the water. Up there. All right. Beautiful. All right. Let's see how many more of those we can pull out today. Make a few casts before the wind gets crazy again. It's probably deep all the way back there where that bird is. I mean, this looks froggy, fishy back here, doesn't it? Got him! That's another big one, honey. This one's bigger. This one's a giant. This is another giant. Come on, buddy, get out of that grass. Come here. Whoa, get off from under that trolling motor. Whoa, where are you going? Oh, he choked it. About 9 pounds. That is a big ass bass. That is a big bass. Let me get. He got it down his gullet. Oh no, he didn't choke it, but it's in there. I had no threat of losing this fish. There we go. All right, I got to get you back in the water quick because you started bleeding because I got you in the tongue. All right, get you back in the water. There you go. Woo, gone. All right. Whew. I had them in the tongue. They bleed when you get them in the tongue. All right, back to the old Rico popper. Working a popper in places you ought not be working a popper, huh? Mm-hmm. He went walking out in the woods. I guess there's a trail there. Or probably, maybe. Got him. Oh, come on, fight. You know you want to fight. Oh, yeah. They want... That almost looks like a spot. Oh, yeah, that's a good fish. That's another good fish. I'm going to put that boy howdy on for you. Huh? Oh, yeah, he T-boned it, too. He definitely T-boned it. There we go. All right, nice and easy. Another beautiful fish. Look at the gorgeous color of the lateral lines. Look how fat that belly is. All right, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Boy, this is my new favorite place to fish. I'm telling you what.
That was an amazing trip. We caught some awesome bass. A beautiful place we're going to go back to soon. But you know, I was working that popper in a way that you may not have seen before. I know there's not a lot of guys who work a popper like that. They normally just cast it out there and just go bloop, bloop, bloop and let that popper do the work. You know, it's not a bait that you cover water with. You use it to fish targeted areas. But I'm telling you what, you can use a popper to cover water. And that's what I was doing. I was working it not just fast, but I was working it in some places you may not think that you can work a popper. As a matter of fact, let's go over here on the water and I'll show you just exactly how I was working that bait and why it can be so effective.
Just a regular normal popper. Any type of popper will do. Doesn't matter. Can be anything from a little chug bug to a Rico popper like I'm using to Ozark Express to a Rebel Popper. Just cast it out there and let it sit. And then the traditional way, right, is to get it to pop a couple times and let it sit, right? Pop, let it sit. Pop, let it sit. That's the traditional way to do it. But there's another way that I like to use, and that is I tap my rod pretty quick. And it's going to cause that popper to make a lot less explosive splashes, but it's almost walking like a spook. And what I'll do is I'll take that technique, I'll just bounce my rod with slack line, just like that, just bouncing it with slack line. And that allows me to work that spook almost like I'm covering water. I can actually cover quite a bit of water with that popper doing that. Cast it a good ways. Again, we're going to let those rings dissipate and we're going to tap that popper and we're going to just leave it sit, and we can work quite a bit of water pretty quickly, and you'd be surprised at how well that type of retrieve works. Sure, you can do the old standby, you know, the old chug and bloop. It's a great way to catch fish. It worked for a long time. But there are guys who are like Rick Clunn, right? The great angler himself, one of the greatest pro anglers of all time, talks about working a Rico popper specifically like what I have, or any popper in general, exactly like that. He says that if his popper chugs, then he's doing it wrong. He wants to get that thing walking across the water. He wants to get it working quickly over the surface. And that's what we're doing here. We're just working it like that. And then I can stop it, let it rest for a few seconds, and then I can go back to it. And I can use it to cover a lot of water, almost like I said, like I'm doing a spook or something similar, like a walking bait. And I can put this popper in places you would not even imagine. Just because it's got hanging troubles on the bottom of it doesn't mean that I'm going to be real shy about where I'm putting the thing. I'm not afraid to work this popper through here. Even with a whole bunch of vegetation, I'm not afraid to work this popper through here. Got a lot of pondweed coming up. Now it's not as thick as it's going to be later on in the year, but the roots and the stalks are still there. And just because you see a lot of pondweed, you see some lily pad, you see some emergent vegetation, or you see some timber or laydowns, that's not a reason to put that popper down. Keep working that popper. You'd be surprised at how many fish you can catch. Some of the best bass I've caught have been in places where you didn't think you wanted to be fishing a popper. You can work it through there, and if it snags a piece of vegetation, it snags a piece of vegetation. It's not the end of the universe. Get that popper in there. Don't be afraid to work it in some tight, hairy places. That's where the big bass live, and sometimes they don't want a frog. Sometimes they want to bite a popper. And I'm getting it in there, and I'm working it pretty quick. So, you know, you might get a few pieces of grass on your popper. You might get a few pieces of grass on your hooks, but that's okay. I'm not going to get it hung up real bad, I know that. It's not going to be anything that I can't pull out.
So was that a great adventure or what? We had an awesome time out there catching those nice fish. And next time, I'm not just going to remember to bring my scale, I'm going to take the bass boat with us, the old Arthritis Express. Because while Mary Crawford's an amazing lake, I want to have some insurance and some protection against those big gators, and the little plastic boat is a little bit sketchy for that. And you know, if it wasn't for something like Google Earth, I probably would never even know Mary Crawford existed. I have found so many little lakes in my area just by using Google Earth. You can do the same thing in your area. Combine that with an internet search, you'd be amazed at how many great little fisheries you can find in your area. Whether you're feeling pressured or whether you just need a change of scenery, try it out. Until next time, thanks for watching Lowbrow Fishing. We'll catch you in the next one.